Court filings are now pulling back the curtain on a private moment between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, one that nobody expected to surface. According to recently released documents, Baldoni visited Lively's New York home in late 2022, a time when she was expecting her youngest child. What happened during that visit is now being picked apart line by line, as both sides prepare for a legal showdown that's been building for nearly 2 years. In an October deposition, Baldoni was questioned about a conversation that supposedly drifted into extremely personal territory. Lively's attorney asked whether he had ever shared details about himself that most people would never discuss at work. Baldoni acknowledged that he had answered a question about circumcision, though he insisted Lively never directly asked. He claimed the topic surfaced while people moved around the room, her husband Ryan Reynolds stepping in and out, staff walking by, and the two of them talking casually on the couch. Baldoni emphasized that it wasn't a private moment, and that the environment was a whirlwind of people coming and going. When pressed on whether he ever talked about anything like that with other colleagues, he said he didn't discuss his body with anyone in a professional setting. These details are emerging now because Lively's team is pushing back against Baldoni's attempt to shut the case down before it goes to trial. His legal team called her claims a collection of minor frustrations, not the kind of behavior that legally qualifies as a hostile workplace. But Lively's attorneys argue the complete opposite. They believe the evidence shows enough inconsistencies, uncomfortable moments, and blurred boundaries to justify a jury hearing the full story. Her team says she deserves the chance to argue her case in court rather than having it dismissed early. The tension between the two didn't begin publicly until after they finished filming It Ends With Us, where they played the lead couple. Fans started noticing unusual silence between them. No friendly interviews, no playful promotion, none of the chemistry expected from co-stars on a major project. Rumors spread online, with people speculating about a possible fallout. Nothing was confirmed at the time, but the whispers grew louder when Lively filed a lawsuit in late 2024 accusing Baldoni of inappropriate behavior. Baldoni's side quickly rejected the claims, calling them completely untrue and sensationalized. And then, in a twist of its own, he filed a lawsuit against her just weeks later. That case didn't last long. By June, a judge dismissed it entirely, with Lively's lawyers calling it a publicity-driven stunt. Now the only case still standing is hers, the one she brought forward first, and both sides are preparing for what could be a long, messy trial scheduled for early 2026. Supporters of Lively say the newly released documents suggest deeper tension behind the scenes of the film than anyone realized. Supporters of Baldoni say the situation has been blown out of proportion, and that isolated conversations are being taken out of context. And in the middle of it all are claims, counterclaims, and fragments of conversations from years ago, each side insisting their version is the truth. What makes this moment so intense is how fast it escalated. Two actors who once appeared united on a major project now stand on opposite sides of a courtroom. Online discussions are filled with theories, but much of what's been said still remains unverified. What is clear is that both sides are digging in, each determined to defend their reputations. And as more documents surface, more private moments once thought to be forgotten are now becoming key pieces in a case that continues to grow louder by the day. The real answers may not fully emerge until the trial begins. Until then, all anyone can do is sort through the claims, the denials, and the rumors swirling around two Hollywood names who never expected their off-screen tensions to explode into something this public. And based on everything unfolding so far, the story is far from over.